Hey there, boils and ghouls. It's your friend Tats. I'm back with a new video. Yeah, we got us a 4K Blu-ray to review for today. I just wanted to say, first of all, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all for being here. It truly means a lot to me. And also, too, I just wanted to apologize for two things. Number one, I apologize that I'm not going to be able to get up a 4K Blu-ray review of the Halloween box set from Scream Factory that's coming out today. Just as I said in my last video, I had the money set up to buy it, but I did not figure into it that I was going to have to buy a 4K, a brand new 4K Blu-ray player. So can't really do 4K Blu-ray reviews when I have no 4K Blu-ray player to watch them on. So yes, so unfortunately I'm going to have to wait on that one. And the other thing I had to apologizing for is I was hoping I did have my 4K Blu-ray for Army of Darkness. I had that ordered, and I was hoping I was going to be able to work on that one today as well. But apparently, I'm not going to be getting that one in until tomorrow. So I'll have my 4K Blu-ray review up for Army of Darkness tomorrow. So hopefully, you all still come back and watch that one. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. It's like I can't wait to see how Army of Darkness is going to look in 4K. But we got a couple of good ones in today. So without further ado, today we have the 4K Blu-ray from Criterion of Night of the Living Dead, a night of total terror. Yeah, this is actually a really nice edition. It's really basic though. I think some people probably just upon looking at this though, they're going to be really disappointed in this because if you had the just the standard Blu-ray of Criterion's Night of the Living Dead release, you had the nice kind of digipack, where this you can see it's just the plastic kind of amaray case, So I I'm sure some people are going to be kind of disappointed in that, but I guess look on the bright side. Hey, at least if you're looking for the 4K, you'd be able to tell the difference between 4K and the Blu-ray. You'll know which one's which. So. But anyway, yeah, kind of what it's the exact same cover as what you got with the, just the standard Blu-ray. It's not too much difference. There's a spine. There's the back. This is a 3-disc set. You don't get in terms of like bonus features or anything like that. It's really nothing new. You're just kind of as far as the Blu-rays go and everything, it's the exact same thing what you got if you just got the standard Blu-ray. So nothing really new in terms of bonus features or anything. You got excuse me. You got 4K digital restoration supervised by director Georgia Romero, co-screenwriter Johnny Russo, sound engineer Gary R. Striner, and producer Russell W. Striner. Restoration of the monaural soundtrack supervised by Romero and Gary Striner and presented uncompressed. One 4K UHD disc of the film and 2 Blu-rays with the film and special features. Night of Anubis, a work print edit of the film. Program featuring filmmakers Frank Darabont, Guillermo del Toro, and Robert Rodriguez. Let's see here. 16mm dailies reel. Program featuring Russo on the commercial and industrial film production company where key Night of the Living Dead participants got their starts. 2 audio commentaries from 1994 featuring Romero, Russo, producer Carl Hardman, actor Judith O'Dea, and others. Archival interviews with Romero and actors Dwayne Jones and Judith Ridley. Programs about the film's style and score. Interview program and about the direction of the film's ghouls, featuring members of the cast and crew. Interviews with Gary Striner and Russell Striner. Newsreels from 1967. Trailer, radio spots, and TV spots. English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Plus an essay by critic Stuart Clemons. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name. But I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as what you got with just the standard Blu-ray now. Take a look on the inside. You do get some, some inside, art there. So that's kind of cool, I guess. But it really is. It's just kind of a different version of the Digipack. So hang on a second. There we go. There are the Blu-rays there. Movie, and there are the bonus features. You got your essay here, and on the other side you got a poster. So there's the 4K disc. There you go. So we'll open this up here. I'm sure a lot of people are probably just like, you're just showing the same thing that's on the Blu-ray. I'm sorry, but that's what came with it. So here we go. We have the, yeah, you got some time to read. Here you go. Got all that. But on the other side, you have a poster. So I'll probably just be keeping this with this edition because that was the thing. I did have the standard Blu-ray of this. I gave that to my brother, because he loves this movie too. So yeah, so I probably keep this. But I kept the poster. I have it framed on my bedroom wall. If you'd see my room or my apartment tour video I did months back, you probably see that I have it, framed in on the wall. But here we go. Yeah, this is a good movie. It's really nice to see. It's really nice to see a movie like this get such an edition. I'm going to be honest with you because I've seen this movie on so many formats as a kid growing up. I mean, this was a family favorite in our household. We used to watch this a lot, especially around Halloween time, which to me makes it even more special that, here it is, it's October, and we're getting this on 4K right around Halloween time, so that's nice. Oh man, we had different VHS versions of it, and it's amazing to see the evolution of how this movie, watching it on old VHS tapes, and it looked horrible. Some people will probably say, like, well, yeah, but that kind of added to its charm and everything else, and kind of gave it a kind of like a garage quality feel, garage band quality feel and stuff. But just watching it throughout the years, seeing on bad VHS tapes and then seeing it slightly look a little bit better, but not much, going into DVD, and then more DVDs of this came out. I can honestly say I don't know exactly how many copies of this movie I now own between DVDs and this. It's just I have so many versions of this movie. I have more versions than anybody will ever need. The problem is though, it's like, whenever you buy if like I've had to buy like, $5 DVD sets, because there are movies on there that I don't have that I wanted, and this movie would always be on there, zombie collections, this and that. Let's see. I do have the DVD of the colorized version of this movie. Let's see what else. I have the riff tracks version of this movie. I have the version of this movie with Elvira on it. So I was saying I have more copies of this movie than anybody will ever need. But but even still, like I said, going from really, like not very good VHS editions, like it finally started to look like it was going to look a little bit better way back in the day when I don't know if you remember when Anchor Bay did their 2 VHS edition, and then they moved on to DVD and stuff like that. And then by the time we got the first, I think it was the Mill Creek Blu-ray, and that was really bad. And it was cheap, it looked cheap and everything else, and it was a horrible print of the film. And then finally we got this, and it's amazing to see. Like it's like that's one of the things that's kind of really nice about when you've grown up and you've seen like a lot of these really bad presentations. I think my neighbors are home. You've seen these really bad versions of these films and stuff. Like other movies include other movies I could think of as something like House by the Cemetery and Messiah of Evil or something like that. And then these movies, they get properly treated, and then you see like, oh my God, these movies are actually beautiful. They're gorgeous the way they're filmed and everything else. You know, it's like it was amazing to see how good, you know, like House by the Cemetery looked, because that was a movie I always remember seeing like in really crappy editions on VHS and stuff, and then like on in the DVD $5 packs and stuff. The picture and the sound quality were always terrible, but now Blue Underground did their they did their restoration of it. Now you can get it on 4K and stuff, and just oh man. But now you look at it, it's like House by the Cemetery is amazing. It's a gorgeous looking film, and stuff. Messiah of Evil. That's a movie I really hope we can look forward to a 4K release. I think that's a movie that would really, really, just really look amazing in 4K. And that's a great zombie movie too. So is Messiah of Evil. So, but anyway, though, yeah, just in terms of the picture quality, the sound quality is amazing. The sound quality is flawless. I will say, doing a comparison, picture quality wise, doing a comparison between the 4K and the Blu-ray, one thing I noticed is that the on the 4K the grain content in the picture is not as it's not as obvious as it is on the Blu-ray. On the Blu-ray, well, of course, because it makes sense because like with HDR and stuff, you bring down the brighter color levels and you bring up the darker. So the even though you still do get to see some grain content in the picture quality, it's definitely not as noticeable as it is when you're just watching the standard Blu-ray. So I think some people are going to be kind of like about that, but the sound is amazing. It's like it sounds perfect. It sounds as good as it ever did, and overall, I'm really happy about this. I mean, I know some people are really going to be upset because you're getting just the regular instead of the digipack case. I'm sure some people probably would have preferred that instead of the. I'm sure some people probably feel like this is cheap looking, but anyway, like I said, at least the bright side is you'll be able to tell the standard Blu-ray from the 4K. So, but I do feel like this is probably the best this movie has ever or will ever go look. I think this is it. I mean, if you want the ultimate edition of this movie, this is probably about as good as you're ever going to get. So I would definitely say if you're a fan of it, I do know some people though, they kind of love the, kind of the crappy DVD versions of it because, they love to, put up their home theater screen and everything else and watch it. And it's almost, to them, it's almost like watching like an old bad print, like you're going to a movie theater, like a grindhouse theater or movie matinee or something. Like you're just kind of watching an old bad print that's been, run over and over and over again. So some people, the bad looking editions of the movie do have their charm, but I would say, like yeah, if you love this movie and you really want, you're not going to really get a better edition than this. I will say that my one complaint though is they didn't include the short film Night of the Living Bread. I kind of wish they had put that on there way back from the Anchor Bay DVD days. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's about all I can really say about it. Just an excellent movie, and it's nice to have a beautiful, pristine edition of it. And yeah, the 4K looks stunning. It looks great. You're definitely going to notice the detail, especially like in the beginning on the cemetery. You'll notice details like the headstones and things like that. You're definitely going to notice the detail in like the farmhouse and see how run down the farmhouse is and everything else. And the nighttime scenes are where the 4K and the HDR really work their magic. So, but I would say yeah, if you really love this film and you really want to you want like the best edition of it possible, I think this is probably about as good as you're ever going to get. So anyway, so that's it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it, and I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And that's it. There's going to be plenty more today. I got another video coming up for today, and yeah, and please come back tomorrow because we're going to have Army of Darkness. Hopefully I get my Army of Darkness 4K in, and I can review that. So that's it, my boils and ghouls. Take care. Have a good night, and I'll see you later.